Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Brown Queen's Pod. I'm your girl Joty K.
I'm Neha.
What is up, girl? I haven't seen you for a few weeks now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Like 1 week. We took 1 week off.
I haven't seen you
She's
for
like, in 6 months.
6 months. It feels like a long time. It feels like a long time.
Well, you were supposed to go on a little wedding vacation.
Yeah, which was a bust because I forgot my passport.
Oh my goodness.
I've had this ticket booked for 4 months and I did not once think of like looking for my passport because I like when I was moving, it was always on the side drawer. I don't know what the fuck I did with the passport, if I accidentally threw it away or what I did, but I just assumed that like it's in my drawer. So the day of like packing, to go to start my trip, I looked for the passport and I couldn't find it. And there was not one appointment for the passport agency available in the United States, except for Puerto Rico.
I can't even imagine. Like I would have been like,
I was crying. I was literally like having a meltdown. I was like, this cannot be happening to me. This cannot. But then I started getting negative. I'm like, bad things always happen to me. And then I was like, okay, no worries. Cause you can hire an expedited passport agency.
Yeah.
So I was like, no worries. I'll just hire an expedited passport agency. Not a big deal. Because in normal world, you'd be able to do that. You just pay them an extra $100. Right?
Yeah.
No, they suspended expedited passport agencies due to COVID.
Oh my God.
I called every one of them and they're like, we have no access there anymore. They're like, maybe after COVID. So I had no chance, literally no chance.
I would have been devastated.
I was so devastated because I kind of like really needed this vacation. Aww. And I wanted to be with my friends on that island, having a great time, celebrating the 2 people that I know that are getting married. And I didn't get to go. And then my guy, who's no longer my guy, I guess he's still a guy, but not my boyfriend. He felt bad and was like, let's go to Florida.
I know she was posting all these like pictures from like Florida. And I was like, oh, great on vacation. It looked the same.
It was like the same ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to, expose where I was because I was so sad. I was like, I'll tell everybody when I get back.
Aww,
Yeah. So I was just, but the vacation sucked. Literally, me and my guy were fighting the whole time. It was miserable. I wish I didn't go, honestly. Aww. Like I got great content and great photos, which, were great, like kind of comeback photos, but I did not have a good time.
Well, remember before you went on the trip, I was like, this trip will tell you everything you need to know.
Yes.
So I hope you know everything you need to know.
I literally know everything. When I was leaving, because after Florida, we went back to New York. I was like, I never want to come back again. Like I literally told him, I was like, I don't ever want to be here again.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that hurts to hear that, but I was so miserable.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to like, I mean, I'll go back to New York, but I just didn't ever want to go back there again. I was just so hurt. But yeah, that was my so-called trip. I wish I cut it short and came back to LA, or I called you from Florida. And
I know it would have been like, oh, I'm looking up flights to Miami right now.
Yeah, but anyways, long story short, it's going to be a hot girl summer.
Yeah, for sure.
But
this is the time to start new chapters,
It really is. How's your new chapter going, actually?
It's good. Nothing new. I've just been like doing things with my friends, starting summer basically.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've really been having a great time.
Yeah, you look good. You're glowing.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm just kidding.
No, you look good.
No, it's this healing glow. I don't know.
That's good. You seem happier this time.
Yeah. First of all, my therapist is fucking amazing. I love her. I've done like 3 sessions with her and I feel like each time I'm just like, wow, that was great. Like I feel like I'm truly growing every time.
Do you talk to her on the phone or how does it work?
Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah. She's also stunning.
Really?
Yeah, she's like this stunning Middle Eastern woman.
Oh, I love it.
But she's
Send me her info.
I will. She's so good. Like I really feel like every time she says something, I'm just like, wow.
You're like, you love you. Yeah, I feel like it's helping you because you're so much happy based on last episode. I was so sad to see you hurting.
I know.
Yeah.
And then I went camping this weekend, which I love. I want to camp like 7 more times this summer.
I think that's so funny, you guys, because brown people do not camp.
I know. She was like, were you with white people?
Yeah, were you with white people?
No, they were like Mexican mixed. I'm kind of white inside. I don't know. Sometimes.
Was it an RV or was it straight camping?
No, it was straight camping, like tents and stuff. It was so much fun though.
No, your pictures look great.
It's just like nice and also it's just beautiful. Like when you get away from the city because you could like actually see the sky full of stars
without the smog.
Yeah. Like I was like, wow, I don't remember the last time I've seen like the entire sky look like it has glitter in it.
Aww.
And then like the sunset was beautiful. The lake was so much fun. We like spent the entire day on the lake. Like it was just such a relaxing, great time.
That sounds great. I want to do something like that.
Okay, girl. Well, let's book a flight. Like I'm like, I'm ready to take a trip every weekend.
We should like, because you know how I'm off Sunday, Mondays. Maybe we should like leave on a Saturday and then Sunday, Monday go and then come back.
Let's do it.
And it'll be cheaper those days too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, let's book.
Yeah,
okay, I'm excited.
We're going to get out our calendars after we finish recording.
Yes. Can we?
We'll choose like a weekend in July or something because it's a little too soon for June.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go somewhere.
Okay. High five.
High five.
All right, guys. Hot Girl Summer is happening.
It is happening. We're going to be great. This is going to be, I'm manifesting the best summer of our lives.
I really hope so. I was reading up some stuff. I don't read a lot like you do, and I'm starting to try.
Good.
And they said that whoever I was reading, that you should pick up 4 hobbies that you really love, like something that's good for your soul, your mind, your body, and an activity, like things like that. And
I still want to take a boxing class. We should take a boxing class.
Can we do that? I was going to tell you, we should do that. That would be like for our body, physical, something for your mind. Like, I don't know. I follow Karuchi. Did you see how she was doing like her little like,
oh yeah, she's so spiritual now.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you break up with somebody.
Literally, when you break a girl, she's like the best version of herself.
Yeah, I love that for girls.
Yeah.
Like guys like turn into like nothing. They're just like the same.
No.
They'll like party, drink for a while, and then they're
find
sad.
another girl.
That's it. Yeah, replace us.
Replace us.
And girls like reach a new level of ourselves.
We do. We're like, fuck this shit. Like you literally push us to the edge. And then once we fall off the edge, we're like a new person.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great. Honestly, I'm waiting for that to happen to me. It's happening a little bit, like slowly. I'm just like, fuck this, you know? But when we cut our hair, when we start doing things, we start like living our life, you should be worried. Yeah. Be worried.
But
okay.
I love that for you. What were you saying for your mind?
So mind, I want to start meditation. So like I really suck at meditation. So how I'm starting now is like, instead of waking up to like Chris Brown music or something, I say, Alexa, play meditation music.
I love it.
Yeah. And I'll be in the shower and I'll just be like listening to it. Or if I'm laying there, like just, snoozing my alarm, I try, and it really helps you, calms you.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
You know what? The way that I started, or I still like only doing guided meditations.
Yeah.
I love guided meditation.
How does that work? Like when somebody's telling you something?
Yeah. It like helps me a lot. Like, it's just like, and then it'll like tell you things and like it guides you through the meditation process and it makes it so much easier.
My friend sent me some YouTube like that. And at that time I wasn't very like, I didn't take it seriously. Yeah. She was looking out for me because she knew I was going through some stuff. And I think I know what you're talking about. Like I kind of was listening to it and I was like, oh, this is dumb. You know what I mean? But now I feel like I need to use that. It
helps you a lot.
Yeah.
It helps you a lot. My therapist was even saying like, things like that, like when you have anxiety or whatever, like it's actual like energy inside of you and you need to do something with it to like make yourself feel good, or like you need to release that energy somehow. That's why things like working out or like meditating or journaling, like you're releasing that energy so it doesn't fester inside of you, and it's like a healthy way of releasing it.
Oh, I love that. See, guys, Neha always has all the best spiritual life. She's like a hippie at heart, honestly.
I am an Indian one.
Indian, hot, hippie. That's what she is. A great, well-dressed hippie.
Well, after this heartbreak, I'm probably going to reach a new level of hippie where people are like, okay, chill out, calm down. Who are you?
That's funny. No, it's great though. I like that you're like that. It helps. It makes like you inspire me to be that way, because I'm so very like, I push stuff away, or I'm like, I'll be fine. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not fine.
Well, you want to know, I love that my therapist like throws shade at me, but like in the nicest ways. Like she'll like ask me questions. Like she'll be like, oh, what do you consider like a great relationship? And I'll be like, like somebody that's kind to you and respects you and loves you. And for me, like, is like my best friend. Like I need that in my relationship, someone that makes me laugh, that type of stuff. And she's like, okay. And she's like, so this guy, like when he did that to you, like, did he respect you? And I was like, no. And then she'll be like, did he like, was he committed to you? And I was like, no. Was that like a loving thing? And I'll be like, no. And she's like, okay. So like, do you think you deserve those things? And I was like, yes. And she's like, so why did you, it's like she's saying like things too. The way she was saying it, like we had it's okay. We had like an in-depth conversation, and it made it like, I know all my friends told it to me, but like it hit a light bulb moment inside of me where I was like, why am I accepting less than I deserve?
Amen.
Like not only in this one situation, but like all the time with guys, like when you first of all, every human deserves those things, but especially like when we're like the full package, we're great girls. Like we should not
people want us.
Yeah, so it's like the minute a guy does anything that's like, oh no, we should not be accepting it at all. No. Like we deserve so much more. Like I want a great fucking guy. Like I want a great fucking guy that treats me fucking amazing, and we deserve that.
100%. Who doesn't belittle you, doesn't make you question your worth. Like you need somebody that reminds you that you're a prize.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like not. I'm starting to think too, like it's hitting
exactly. See it's like, okay.
And also it's because, your friends love you and they're going to always say, wait, like, what's, so you're like, oh, okay, whatever. But when it's somebody else looking in and they say it, you're like, oh.
Well, it just made me think like, damn, I really like undervalued myself. Like, why have I not even been?
You did. When you told me the Valentine story, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And then, but you're so sweet. You're like, oh, at least he, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But even like when I'm telling you stuff, you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And then it's just, we're so blinded.
Yeah.
Love is blind, you guys. Please.
But okay, so when I was camping, one of my like guy friends and me were talking, and we were like having this conversation, and he was like talking about how like I was telling him like, well, he was like, do you think you love yourself? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then like we were both like talking about our relationships, and he was like, I think sometimes he's like, I think like you reach a level of accepting yourself, but you don't fully love yourself, because like when you accept yourself, you're like, oh yeah, like I accept these things about me finally. And you think it's love, but like when you love yourself is when you're like, oh no, I deserve this, or I deserve to be treated better, or like when you can walk away right away or whatever. And so I'm like, oh my God, maybe I do need to work on loving myself more. Like maybe I was just accepting myself, but like I wasn't like really, really loving myself to the point where like I expect, like I wouldn't accept anything less.
Yeah, maybe I don't love myself either. Now that maybe I don't like the way I look sometimes, but
maybe we just accept ourselves, but like we don't like really, really love ourselves.
Yeah, that's something to think about. Yeah, like sometimes I feel like I'm just like surviving, you know what I mean, or breathing. Like I'm like, okay, this is what I do, whatever, Yeah, and then it shows up in like relationships though, because then you really realize if you love yourself or value yourself or not.
Yeah, because from what we accept.
Yeah. Oh gosh, guys,
light bulb moment. That was a light bulb moment for me too, where I was like, fuck, then I need to work on that, because like I need to accept nothing less than what I deserve.
Exactly. And everyone deserves to be happy, and there's billions and billions of people in the world. Somebody is made for you. It just sucks that we try to I think it's the way maybe we're grown up, but we try to put pressure on like, we have to find them now. You know what I mean? Oh, I have to start over.
And it has a lot to do with like not only society, but I feel like social media. We're constantly seeing like, this is my boyfriend. This is what he's doing for me. I'm going out to dinner. I'm getting flowers.
I'm doing a car.
Yeah. When it's all fake anyways. Yeah. And like half the time they're fighting. Yeah. So it's just like, we put that pressure on ourselves where it's like, oh, I need that now.
And you don't want to be a failed relationship because so-and-so still together, going strong. It's a lot, you guys. And then I think we date to marry, you know what I mean? And a lot of people just date to date.
Yeah. So we put that pressure.
Like, okay, like, I don't know. I don't want to try again, and too forgiving and accepting, I feel like. Which is great.
This summer, it's all changing for us.
Yes, it's changing. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a hot girl summer, and
it's going to be everything.
We have to do some spiritual stuff too. We really do.
Oh, well, maybe wherever we go on our trip, we'll like book like a meditation yoga thing or something.
Yes, please. Because I'm like, I feel like
maybe we should go to Tulum.
I would love to go to Tulum. Okay, well, you know what?
We're gonna
look into Tulum, you guys, because we need this.
Yeah. Speaking of relationships, Scott and Amelia.
Oh my gosh, the little baby.
What did you think of? I know he was like trending because he posted her ass on.
Yeah, he posted a picture of her like looking in her lingerie, which she looks like a little kid's body, which is not body shaming, but she's a little kid.
Yeah, she's 19.
Yeah, so it's like I kind of even feel wrong like looking at her like that.
Well, that's why he was trending, because everybody was like,
you have kids. And he's like, just a little higher, baby, or something like that. I think he's wilding because Travis Barker and like he's hurt by that situation.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Like maybe he's just posting a lot to like make himself feel or to like be like, look, I'm crazy in love with this girl too.
Yeah, but it's like
they've been posting so much.
Because he looks dumb though. Because it's to me, it's like she's of age, but barely. And like, I don't know, it's just cringy to me. He's too, I mean, I don't know. I know what her mindset is we were talking about. She's probably like young. Now she's famous.
A kid. She thinks she's in love. Like it's the first guy that's probably like given her this much. And like
she's famous now. Everyone knows who she is.
Yeah.
After they break up. It's like Lori Harvey situation. Like after Meek Mill mentioned her, her roster has been good.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of like that. So now she's probably like, oh my God, the Kardashians, you know, she's a kid and she's dating somebody with kids that are older, like are going to be the same as, I mean, are they the same age as her? No.
Oh, they're like, I think Mason's like, I don't know, 10, whatever, but like that's only 8, 9 years closer in age to her than he is.
That's so cringy to me.
I like Scott, and it's just like, I just think he's lost and probably like, I don't know, I don't know.
I definitely think he's lost.
She is too young. It's just like, you got to date people a little bit older.
A little bit older. Yeah. You just have to think about.
He is doing what a lot of men do, but obviously he's in the spotlight, so it's like you're gonna get shit for it.
All you men need to stop. Like, honestly,
stop dating younger girls. Like, when you get it, you don't have to try as hard. Like, but
it's just like their ego. I think
it's
to stroke their ego and like, I don't know. I mean, I like older men, but like not that old.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think
they just like the idea of like, you know, younger girls. They just like. They
do everything.
And they meet a guy and they're like, oh my God, I'm in love.
Whatever you want me to do, everything. Yeah. And then older women were like, no.
Yeah.
This is what we like. This is what we don't like.
Yeah. And we actually know who we are.
Yeah. And those girls, they're molding them into what they want.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. There you go. They're molding them.
Because Kourtney, you can't mold Kourtney Kardashian.
No. And she already like requires so much from Scott, but he would take her back in a second if she was down.
Yeah. She's not down though.
Speaking of relationships, Meg and Party.
That's a we approve of this relationship.
We do. I'm so happy for her. Yeah. Like, did you see that he tweeted something like, you guys, like, he was like, guys don't, he's like, that shit is whack, where it's like guys act like they don't love their girl that much. He's like, I'm crazy about my girl. Right? Like, I'm so happy after like everything she's been through, losing her, would she lose her mom and her grandma weeks apart, and then like with Tori like soon after, just like she deserves like a guy that's just crazy about her. We all do.
See, but like that's the thing, like look how she barely posted on social media because she's happy. When we're happy in a relationship, like we don't feel the need to show that much. You know what I mean? We're out there living and having a good time.
Yes.
So I mean, that's a real relationship, I feel like.
I do too.
But speaking of real relationship, what do you think about Ben Affleck and JLo? She's just all over the place with
I have no idea.
I think she's getting caught on purpose on camera. Like she's smiling.
For sure. Yeah. I still don't believe how real it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is real, but I think what they're doing is having fun. I think A-Rod cheated on JLo a couple times. And I think she's like, oh, that's what you were doing in the relationship. Like, I'm going to show you now what you're missing out on and who I could be. And she's just like pulling up that roster. Mm-hmm. She's like, look at like all these guys I could get.
She can get anyone. She can get anyone back. Diddy even posted her.
Diddy with the shameless, like shooting his shot throwback post.
He was like, Ray J, I hit it first, but I still want you back kind of thing. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'm like, oh my God, sit down, Diddy.
He's going through a midlife crisis too.
Yeah, like JLo's not going back to you. Ben Affleck, another story.
He also has kids and this and that. I forgot that he had kids with Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, he actually did her dirty though. He cheated on her and then he dated like some young ass model. Typical.
I'm sure I don't think they'll like get back together. Do you think? I don't know.
Jennifer Garner?
No. Ben Affleck and JLo. I don't know. I feel like
No, I think they're having fun.
I think so too. Maybe she even told him and like maybe they came up with the plan, like fuck our exes, let's just do this shit. You know what I mean?
But I don't know, unless they like we don't know what their relationship was really like.
Or what if they were already talking.
Or maybe like they had something really special, whatever, a decade ago. And then like it ended for whatever reason. And then they're just like, oh, well, I always wondered about you.
Or she knew he was cheating and she started talking to Ben already. And now she's like, I'm going to show the world. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Who knows? Because that was really quick. They had to have been talking before.
I feel like breakups are so much harder on girls than guys. Like guys are just like, okay, like Kim Kardashian, that clip that got released of her like crying and being like, I know, being like, oh, like I feel like I couldn't be the wife that I could for Kanye. And like, it's just another, like, I felt so bad for her because it's just like every time
you do feel like a failure.
Men don't feel like that.
No.
Like they actually try and blame the girl no matter what they did.
There's
like
this wrong with you, la la la. Should have never married you.
When a relationship ends for us, like we're just like, what did we do wrong? Like, how could we have been better? Like, should I be like this? Should I have been like that? Guys do not do that shit at all.
Or like, what if I would have done this differently? Would he have stayed? Like, you started thinking all these things.
Literally, that's what goes through a girl's mind, and a guy's mind is like, well, fuck her.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get another girl.
That's
I'm gonna
literally
go do this.
Thing.
And we think like, we're gonna have to start over with somebody again.
Yeah, we're like over here crying.
We're all like, we're trying to go through this spiritual awakening. We call our girlfriend. Like, we're
gonna change our entire life.
They're like, let's go out, find another one. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That suck.
They really do.
Yeah. And I think Kanye, like, one, we have to like keep in mind that he does have bipolar disorder. And I'm sure that's really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But I think
Kim, she really tried.
She did. And Kim is a Libra, as I am. We're people pleasers. I mean, most women are people pleasers.
Yeah.
I think she was trying to be something she's not.
Yeah.
So I think when he wasn't happy, like with her outfits and stuff, he started designing them for her. So she was like, okay, fine. Like, it's like we met each other halfway. You know what I mean? Or like
I do think she was trying to do a lot for him.
She was trying to be, she wanted to be what he wanted her to be, what I'm trying to do. And then finally,
that's what you're not going to do.
No. And look at her now. She's being herself. She's
like thriving.
She is. She's going out. She's having a good time. She's having a hot girl summer, and she's still being a great mom. So good for her. But I bet Kanye is a lot to deal with without the disorder.
100%. He's like a lot to deal with for all of us.
Yeah. And I hope he finds himself and finds the wife that he deserves. He's actually really, I don't know if he's really saying these things, but somebody said he wants to date somebody who's not famous and is Black.
I mean, that's fine. Good for him. I hope they both end up with who they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what people need to like come to terms with, is like what they really want, so they stop hurting people along the way.
Exactly. Like, you have to be honest with yourself, or make it like, I was going to actually do that today. Was going to make a pros and cons list with Tommy and see like what the pros are and what's the cons.
Let him go.
No, but just to, like, no.
I know.
But that's easy because I said that about your guys.
I know. I'm being a bit like, I
know, but we like, that's what friends do.
Yeah, we want the best for you.
Yeah, you're like, fuck this guy, let him go. But no, I wanted to do the pros and cons list for myself, so I know what I want. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, my therapist, that's why that whole activity where she was like, name the things you want in a relationship, or like, you have to know exactly what you want. So like, I know, like, it did help me. And I did journal that day, like the type of things I want in a relationship and what I expect from a guy.
Yeah. See, and then even like me off the bat, like I'm thinking like, I want my guy to be social, but not too social.
Yeah, those are things you should write down and like,
and he's not like at all.
Yeah.
at all. But I'm like, but I get to see him behind closed doors.
So I read this tweet by Lena Dunham that was actually so good about relationships. I'm going to read it.
Okay.
What did she say? She was like, when I feel sick, my boyfriend makes delicious pasta, rewatches as much BoJack as I want, walks the dog, makes up songs about my face. In January, all I tweeted about was how men are basically refried beans in human form. What I'm saying is, don't quit before the miracle happens, kids.
Aww,
and so it's just like, like we all deal with these shit guys or shit situations, but it's like, don't give up, because then you find the guy that does all the things that you want.
Exactly. It's just that you're blocking your blessings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. That is what you and me are going to stop doing. We're going to stop blocking our blessings.
Yes, we're going to just start blocking these men instead of our blessings. Is what we're going to have to do. Did you watch the fight yesterday?
No, I didn't, but you can fill me in.
The most boring fight I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, well then I missed nothing.
No, you missed nothing. It was literally if it was a hugging match, Logan Paul won the hugging match.
I know, I saw a meme of two people hugging and they were like, this is what the fight was.
Literally, he kept hugging. It's because he's obviously bigger than Floyd.
Yeah.
But Floyd's more experienced. It's basically like a guy that's good at chess fighting the chess master. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it was, his skills were definitely showing. But he lasted all 8 rounds, which was so boring. Like I wanted him to get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. So did anybody get knocked out?
No, but I mean, I'll hand it to him that good for him that like he made it there. You know, he got to fight.
He made a shit ton of money probably.
Yeah, and he made it so, you know, he gets to tell his kids about this one day, whatever. I think he's such a self-centered person, him and his brother. But
he annoys the shit out of me. But congrats to him for making like $1 million.
Yeah. And then also like, this is something you can talk about forever. And he was standing still till the 8th round, but it was super boring. You didn't miss anything. Everyone who paid $25 to $50 for pay-per-view got played. It was just an influencer event. Like there's a bunch of influencers there. Just, cringe. But yeah, you didn't miss anything. It was pretty boring. I actually felt guilty watching it. To be honest.
You're like, why?
Yeah, I was like, this sucks. Like literally, I was like, and then when I was at my friend's house, they were just so loud.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to listen and watch the event.
You're like, I'm trying to watch the fight here, guys.
I'm like, you guys are the men. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, why am I not like, what the fuck? But anyways, so you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, should we do our sweet and sour moment of the week?
Yes, I had that in my head.
Okay.
Was it sweet and sour we're saying?
I feel like we change the name every week, but it's fine.
It's fine. I like sweet and sour. What's your sweet and sour?
My sweet moment was having the most beautiful weekend of my life camping. I feel like nature is my happy place, and I'm going to try and be in it as much as I can this summer.
You should.
And my sour moment was, I don't know, I guess I didn't have one this week. Maybe,
I don't know, somebody pissed you off, something, you broke a nail, anything, any of those things.
Oh, a table fell on my foot while I was camping, and so my ankle got a little swollen. Wow. That was my sour moment.
Wow. That's a very good sour moment compared to your last sour moment.
Right?
Yeah,
progression, better. Our weeks are getting better.
Well, not mine so much,
okay,
but no, actually, I mean, I'm not, you
had realization.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess my sweet and sour moment is that I wish that somebody wouldn't have been so selfish and known that they were not ready to hang out with me and they were mad at me.
Or how about your passport?
Yeah. Oh my God. Fuck that. My passport. I could have been in the Dominican Republic. If you wanted to be sour, I could have been with my friends.
Yeah.
That is such a sour moment, you guys. I can believe it happened to me.
But everything does happen for a reason. So maybe you weren't meant to go to the Dominican Republic for whatever reason, or maybe you were meant to spend this week for him
to realize things. That's what I was thinking. Cause I actually started thinking the opposite. I was like, you know what? Maybe we're supposed to spend this weekend together to like to rekindle our romance.
Yeah.
The opposite happened. It was completely opposite. And it was the worst week of my life. But yes, that is definitely my sour moment. I hope my friend's not mad at me. I should get her a gift, to make up for it. I am the gift. I'm just kidding. My sweet moment would be, what's my sweet moment? I'm trying to think. Oh gosh, I'm like, I know my sour moment. Yeah. My sweet moment. Oh man. Oh, my sweet moment. Actually, these are moments that are always sweet. I don't post as often as I used to, but just like, somebody reaching out to me and telling me that my podcast about my father really helped her. Aww. She's a mom with 2 kids and her husband's an alcoholic, and she feels like she's not alone to hear my story.
Aww.
Yeah. And that was actually a sweet moment. I feel bad for what she's going through, but I'm happy that she feels like she's not by herself.
Well, actually, I got a DM this week. Shout out this girl that DM'd me, talking about our last podcast. And she was like, like everything you're going through, like you're going to get through it. Like it made me feel so good to hear you like being so vulnerable about your heartbreak and that type of stuff. And I was like, oh, like it makes me feel so good because we all go through it as girls.
We all go through it. Well, yeah, look at the most richest person in the world crying on TV.
I know.
Yeah, she has everything, anything and everything. Yeah. But at the end of the day,
it always hurts.
It always hurts no matter how much money you have. You can cry in a Rolls Royce or a Prius. It still hurts.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, Prius, Rolls Royce. But so that was my sweet moment. I love when people tell me stuff like that because it makes me feel like I'm not doing this for nothing.
Thank you guys for all listening.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you guys. Yours are great.
Our brown queen of the week is Tiana Taylor because she just got named Maxim's Sexiest Woman Alive, the first Black woman. Yeah, shout out women for being sexy.
And she's basically just being herself. She's unapologetically, she's not trying to do anything.
She really is unapologetically herself.
Yeah, and that's why I like her. She's hood, she's hot.
She loves herself.
She loves herself. She's down for her husband. She loves her kids. She's good. I like her. I like Teyana Taylor. I think everyone pretty much likes Teyana Taylor.
Yeah, she's hard not to like.
Yeah, she's cool. Anything else right now in the news that you'd think of?
No.
That's pretty much the main, I think, the highlights we have, right?
Yeah. We're excited to talk to you guys again next week.
Yes, we're excited. It's like you guys are like hearing our lives progress and destroyed at the same time.
Hopefully next year we'll be in a completely different place and you're like, oh my God, I heard them go from this to this.
This to this, right? But you know, that's what it's meant to do. And thank you guys again.
Yes, we love you all for listening.
We do. You guys are our brown queens and kings.
For sure.